man, I'm so scared it's over. Is it over, guys? I'm so scared. I'm terrified. Because PPI came in hot. Therefore, it's over. Oh, man, look at Ethereum. It's down to yesterday's prices. Hello, Hugh Martin and Maggle. Let's go shopping. Already did. But guys, I'm so scared. Is it over? I'm actually kind of looking forward to this live stream. Thank you, Alfred, for the follow. Because I'm just going to make fun of anyone who's scared. Like you need some tough love. So been filling my bags. Let's go. Yeah, I opened some longs. I had some limit orders set, including in my Telegram channel. And one of them, two of them filled very well. So GM Collectibles, do you have somewhere where you post your live stream schedule? Listen, I generally in the mornings in the United States, I go live. So, Foregone is in the house. All right. All right, what's the Telegram? WW Bitcoin's calls channel. I would not long VeChain here. Nope. It's at resistance, got rejected at resistance. I'd wait for it to go a little bit lower. Although, there's lots of other cryptos that look good. So, the fact that VeChain's at resistance, what do you want to say? Maybe now's a good time. I'm looking at the chart, and I think there's other plays that I'd rather get into. So, GM Green Vein, Water Tiger, thanks for following this account. SPX unfazed at all. S&P, let's see. All right, it's down, 0.03%? Yeah. Guys, that PPI report, that's way too hot. That's really hot. That's really hot. So the next earnings reports in the stock market are going to be essential, but they're still going to cut rates in September. Yeah, Will Johnson, it's over. Yes. Thinking a good spot to long VeChain. I don't know, man. Maybe let's see. I'm going to give you a number, and it's low confidence, 0.024. Where's the account? I thought you got it back. It got rebanned. I should have joined an agency. Hey, what's up, Bull? Yeah, what a day. I bought the dip. I know it's not over, but really looking forward to a time when my gains aren't wiped out every few days. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know it sucks. But hey, good news. Bitcoin dominance is moving down on this dip. So it's like, in the past when something like this happened, altcoins got murdered. But right now that's not happening nearly as much. Oh my goodness, scale is up 53%. Wow. All right, I'm not touching that, but all right, what did you buy? I bought some Litecoin. Listen, OGs, man, it's the same deal, right? I bought some Bitcoin Cash. It's like you look at the Bitcoin Cash chart, it's a pretty simple play. Anytime you see any red of any even little bit of significance, you buy the dip. I bought some Litecoin. I looked at the Jasmy chart. Jasmy looks pretty good, so I got in on that. What else? I had a limit order set on ICP that filled, and a limit order set on Floki that filled. So, where are those right now? Yeah, Floki is a little bit lower than my limit order, but I'm not sweating it. It looks like exactly, just bouncing off the 50-day moving average. And ICP is right at my entry. It's actually a little bit, just a hair higher than my entry. So BTFD market people. Yes, sir. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like button on TikTok because I am on a smaller account here right now. Why would you long ICP not a week ago when it was under $5? Because if you were looking at the chart right now, you'd know exactly why. Because it is finally on the right side of the 200-day moving average, and it's bouncing off that as support. That's when I prefer it. Alts are being murdered, not as much as like. Listen, Bitcoin dominance is moving down, so the charts are telling you you're wrong. I mean, yeah, they're getting hit. I'm not denying that, but like overall, if there were an altcoin that you could buy that was just all of the altcoin market, that would be performing better than Bitcoin right now. Bought the Pengu dip. I did not, Rob. I'm still holding my Pengu though, holding that with a lot of conviction. So let's see. Ethereum is back to 4,700. All is well. Why is everyone complaining? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm looking. So there's a comment, alts are being murdered. Let me see. Swarms is down 11%. OP, Optimism is down 10%. I'm seeing several cryptos down. Lots of them down between 5 and 10%. I would not call that being murdered. This is, if you're calling this being murdered, you have a short span memory, because like there's a time when a dump like this on Bitcoin would have meant much worse for altcoins. So what's Shadow Token? I am live on YouTube, by the way, World War Bitcoin, but it's only a member live stream, but you can view it. I think you can view it. Let me see here. Oh, shoot. Visibility is only members. Never mind. Okay. I'm changing that to public. All right. So now everyone can view it on YouTube. All right. So Shadow Token. Ugh. I mean, all right. It looks like it's finally showing some signs of life after getting destroyed. I mean, it's down massively. It's down more than 90% from its December peak. But hey, showing some signs of life. Okay. Thoughts on Toncoin? Toncoin has kind of underperformed lately, but I haven't looked at it in a while. So actually, yeah, Toncoin looks pretty good. It looks like it's finally about to exit a pretty long period of accumulation after a long period of distribution. So I like Ton right now. If there is an opportunity for me to, I don't know if there's an opportunity for me to long Ton, but I'm interested in doing that looking at this chart right here. They are recovering quickly. Ethereum will be back to $4,800 by 4 p.m. Why is everyone crying? We'll see. I mean, where's ETH right now? 46.93. Whatever the case, I mean, listen, I'm looking at the ETH chart right now, and it's like, we're fine. We're fine. Mari, thank you for the follow. I'm lagging on TikTok. Guys, am I lagging on TikTok? It might be you, Jay. If it's just you, exit and then come back in. MXC. What is MXC? Is that MEXC coin? No, that would be MX. What's MXC? I have no idea what this is. Moonchain? Nah. No thanks. All right. Thank you, Bull. Opinion on U.S. Treasury saying the U.S. will not be buying Bitcoin. I thought that was already discussed. Because when they came out with their strategic reserve, it was a huge bummer. Because what we came to realize is like they weren't going to be buying Bitcoin. They were going to just hold on to their seized assets. So I think that's a nothing burger. I don't think that's a real thing. 0.022 liquidation price on VeChain, is that safe? Probably. Yes, it's safe. JM is calling the top every day. Is he? I haven't seen any tweets or anything by him. Why is Coinbase $299 now? Is that an annual fee? Because I paid $30 a month for Coinbase One, and I literally just canceled that yesterday. It lags for me too. Oh shoot. I am not, my Wi-Fi is not connected. All right, sorry. Bull still says no lag. All right, guys, I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi and now I am. So if I'm lagging on TikTok, and this is on TikTok, is that, yeah, not on YouTube, on TikTok. I'm hoping that, all right, it's better now. Yeah, it's my bad. I was connected on, I was not connected to the Wi-Fi. So, all right, V-shaped all day. I miss a shadow token. Shadow, I said, is finally showing signs of life. But, I mean, it's down more than 90%. So maybe there's a chance for shadow. V-shape all day. BZ, here we go. First person I'm going to make fun of, BZ. Why is ETH dumping hard? I bought it 47.35 yesterday as it was pumping. Come on, man. You bought Ethereum at 47.35. It's right now at 46.84, and you're in here crying about it's down 1.4% on its daily candle. Are you new to this, BZ? I feel like I've seen you around plenty of times. My goodness, you've been sleeping under a rock. Did you not see the PPI report that came out today? That's why it dumped. And ETH is holding up very well. I mean, that's the thing that's making me laugh about this. ETH is holding up fantastic. And you're crying about because you bought in at 47.35. GM Randy, great to see you. Yes, way Jose. FET, what's up with FET? FET bounced off the 200-day moving average. I think that's a good level of support. So I like FET right now. Cool, please, Alex. Is that a crypto? It's now $2.99 a month? That doesn't seem right. Is Cool a crypto? Cool, man? I got nothing for you. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to pass on that one. All right, is ADA ready to go? I actually looked at the Cardano chart earlier today, and I like it. I actually really like it. So look, broke through this downtrend here in a clear uptrend. Hello, DevTuber. Broke through the downtrend. Already did a back test of that downtrend. ADA's ready to go, in my opinion. Yeah. Watching other creators say this dip means we are done is painful to watch because they want to rye. Who's saying it's done? Oh, gosh. All right, Jam saying we're done. I mean, he did say 2,700 was the peak for Ethereum. And I like Jam a lot, but if he's going to come here every red day and say that, he's going to keep on digging himself into more and more of a hole, Alex, should we panic and cry to mommy? Yes. Yes, we should panic. If you say we're fine, I believe it. You are the best top caller out there. Thank you. Flare. Oh, wow. Flare looks all right. It's just bull flagging. I like Flare. Thoughts on XLM? My thoughts are probably not any different from yesterday. XLM was looking really good yesterday. I'm seeing a very bullish structure here. You could say it inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle, whatever you want to call it. I see both. I'm liking XLM right now. I'm liking it a lot. So Demo can lose a lot more than that, lad. Oh, you're talking to, yeah, what's his name? who was complaining about buying ETH at 3,700. Guys, all right, this is probably the most important thing that I'm going to tell you during this live stream. Now today's price action might have had an effect on this thesis in my head, but I don't think so. All right, Ethereum. Think about this, guys. Ethereum. Well, all right, let me go back for a second. Whenever Bitcoin crosses its previous cycle all-time high, it just peaks up above that all-time high just a little bit, and then it gets shorted like crazy and dumps really hard, and then puts in a V-shaped recovery. And so Ethereum is really close to its previous cycle all-time high, and it's going to do the same thing most likely. Which means that, in 2021, when this happened, ETH went down by 27% and then took 2 weeks to put in a V-shaped recovery, and then it was off to the races. So it may be, I think it's going to be the same thing this time around, where ETH will break its previous all-time high, 4,870, something like that. Its previous all-time high, maybe get up to like 4,900, and then flush down, and then put in a V-shaped recovery. And I know a lot of you are going to be terrified when that happens. I'm just warning you right now that that's going to happen. But, a lot of leverage was flushed out, so maybe it won't be as bad because of that PPI report. Just keep that in mind. Demo, overall looks terrible, aside from the fact that it is putting in a higher low, forming a base, could go higher. So do you think Cali can reach a market cap of 20 million or 50 million or higher? You want to pump your bags again, right? We'll see. Anything's possible in crypto. Weird sold at 47.35. I would have sold at 47.35 over buying at 47.35, especially with what I just said about Ethereum. It is probably going to get flushed out because what happens? People just get really excited. Oh, new all-time high. First all-time high in 4 years. Let's long it. We're going to the moon. We're going into price discovery. And then, boom, they get flushed out, and then we get ready, and then we take off. Pengu's at a great buy price. Yeah. How long have you been live? 17 minutes. Yes, the guys at Chance are typical newbies, expecting crypto to get rich quick scheme. Enjoying the ETH I bought at 1,400. Congrats. That's awesome, man. Oh, C-Pool. And guys, I am trying to answer every question on TikTok here. So, not that I'm seeing anyone spam, but please don't. C-Pool looks like it's breaking out of what a 6-month range. C-Pool is a good value play even now as it's breaking out. So, should I dump my XRP for Ethereum? No, by this point you should just hold on. Is Doge a good buy, and can it hit all-time high? Doge could hit a new all-time high. I'm holding it to 53 cents. I like Doge. I have a good bag of Doge. So, because they want to be right. Oh, starting to grate on me now. Something's starting to grate on you. Jam has lost credibility. He needs to do what I did. I was a big bear. I was a mega bear for the end of 2025. But then I had an invalidation. We've certainly broken through those invalidations, and now I'm a bull, and I'm happy to be a bull. I always wanted to be a bull. Thinking of selling 0.5 Bitcoin now and keep 0.5 till October. Please share your thoughts. Oh man, Adrian, listen, I'm never going to be one to be like, oh yeah, sell your Bitcoin. It's just. That's too much not in my, I can't do it. It's like there's physically something in me, and then, as far as timing is concerned, timing is, I don't go by, all right, I'm going to sell on this date in October. I'm going to sell, like if I sell my Bitcoin, which is a big if, it's when it goes like, if it goes like this, so you're in profit. Great. You want to take profits? It's always good to take profits. What's your thesis on Ethereum Classic? It's going to pump hard at the end. That's been my thesis for a while. I was hoping today was the 1,000 people on your live day so I could sell. Oh, no, not even close. Really sick of people negative. Why are they in crypto if they can't have patience? Yeah. Thought on WorldCoin. Guys, hit the follow on this account. I'm your best friend. I for a long time in 2025, I was saying that I was your second best friend and Jam was your best friend, but now I'm your best friend. So I'm your best friend in this market on TikTok at least. Do you think we'll have a week or two to buy at these low prices? I don't think so. No, I don't think it's going to be that long. I mean, maybe early next week would be the latest. WorldCoin, I don't know what to say about this. All right, it is at a good level of support right now. I will say that. I've never been interested in WorldCoin. El Jefe, thanks for the follow. Market manipulation today? No. Market manipulation. So what? The PPI report came in scorching hot. Every dump, market manipulation. What if it doesn't do that and goes through 5K? Then we'll celebrate, but it's most likely going to do that, Jit. Is Quant going to 1,000? There's a world where I could see Quant going to 1,000. I think it's a little high, but Quant does what Quant does. Think we'll get an alt season or a mini one. I would say more along the lines of 2021 with a little bit less intensity. That's my mindset right now. It's just things are lining up very well. All right, what's up with WIF? WIF looks fine. I mean, meme coins aren't doing anything crazy exciting right now. But when the time comes, I think WIF's going to do very well. It's holding up fine. Great entry for Pundle at the moment. Load up. Yeah, let's do it. I sent Rome a message, waiting to hear back. According to Telegram, he hasn't seen it yet. So how do you think XCN looks? I looked at that yesterday. Link been doing well. Link's been doing very well. Yeah, it's just chopping. XCN is weird. XCN is another one of those cryptos that'll bore you to death, and then all of a sudden rip out of nowhere. So, how is your algo long? I took. I did exactly. I traded it. So Algorand. Here's what I did. I said I was going to take 50%. At a certain liquidity zone. What was the price? 27.73. I took 50% off the table, got some decent profit on that, and then I got stopped out. I set my stop loss to break even, got stopped out. I probably should have just held that because I'd still be up right now. That's a bummer. So I'm out of that algo long, unfortunately, but I might re-enter. What do you think about Peak? PEAQ. I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to answer all the questions here. That looks terrible. Maybe one day. Thought on Loca. I've never heard of Loca. I'm going to have to pass on that. All right, let me look at the Link chart. Because I was looking at Link. I was thinking of adding to a position that I'm in right now. But it's just been so high, pumping so hard, that there's a world. I could see this getting down to $20.89. I don't think that's going to happen. But just given how violent it's moved, I decided not to add to my Link position today. But Link's been amazing. So expecting pullback until the 17th of August. Okay, that's fine. That's just a few days. Bassfish, thanks for the follow. Sweet cheers, we just bought the dips. Okay. Do you think we can still get alt season during QE? QE will only be introduced, in my opinion, when there's a lot of pain, after there's a lot of pain in the charts. So should we sell ETH? No. Thank you guys for the follow. Thoughts on VET and VTHOR? I already talked about VET. It's at resistance. VTHOR, haven't looked at that chart in a while. I'm just trying to plow through here. AVAX retrace, what do you mean? Thoughts on HEEHEE target? Many X's from here. So apart from HEEHEE, I have 3 other memes, which are Moodang, Dogging Me, and Keycat. If you have time, could you give your thoughts on the charts? That's a big request, man. But, you're a member. I'll look at Moodang, and because I have Moodang on here, and I have a feeling a lot of these charts are going to look the same. So Moodang, I called Moodang in my calls channel, and it's one of my few misses, but I think if you hold Moodang, it's fine. It's going to do very well. So hold on to that. There's nothing here that I'm like screaming. It's just meme coins are just kind of chilling, you know. Dog and me looks structurally better, just general accumulation here. And then Keycat looks better. I mean, that's a base meme. Base memes are doing pretty well right now. I'd hold on to all of these. Now, it did get rejected at the 618 or the middle of the golden pocket there, but it'll be fine. So, sorry, TikTok, I cannot answer every question. Is the ton buying fat cat rumor true? I have no idea. Is Link long entry at $9 a good level? $9? Link's not going to $9. I think that's a typo. Link's at $23. What are you talking about? $9. Thoughts on Arrow target, excuse me. 1.618. What is that? How about $3.67? XTZ. Do you think we'll get alt season during QT? QT is almost over. So, sure. What is Link's prospects? I have a $48 price target. Maybe it'll go higher than that. XTZ looks good on the right side of the 200-day. Oh, you guys, is somebody in the Cali live stream, or sorry, in the Cali Telegram, trying to get me to talk positive about Cali? It's not going to work today. So, thoughts on ICP? I set a limit order. I set a limit order for $5.63. It's a little bit below that. How do you know QT is almost over? I mean, they've been decreasing their unwinds aggressively. So they're almost done with that. Ondo target, 3-something. Do you think initial correction after QE? I don't know what you're asking. Initial correction after QE. Whenever they introduce QE again, I'm just going to say this. I'll be very bullish. I'll be insanely bullish. Like I'll be like Sage, man, you know. Pay attention and listen because this cryptocurrency is going to 1000x. It's just how much pain is there going to be in the market before QE is initiated, but that's something for another time. We're still very far off from QE. By the way, guys, we are doing a HEEHEE giveaway. If you buy 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and I think it's noon, you have an hour. 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE. You'll automatically be entered into a raffle to win $50 worth. ADA predictions, $3 or so. Any Sol price target? I don't have a price target on Sol. You know, it'll hit new all-time highs. When are you planning on selling that long on ICP? We'll see. I would love to hold it for a long time. You know, because I do think I got a really good entry. So what generally happens, though, is, you know, I see gains and I take profits. Rismus and Winter Arc have same MMs. Okay. I'm in both of them. All right, total 3 chart. You are saying you are super bullish when QE starts, but we only have a few months left of alt season. What's the problem, Mackie? Yeah, I think I'm saying both of those things. Yeah. QE, like I said, is very far off. Like maybe more than a year away. I'll be super bullish whenever that time comes. But like altcoins could have a blow off top here, and I think they will. And then altcoins are going to get murdered aside from the ones that have ETFs. So, all right, thoughts on Total 3? I mean, Total 3 looks great, especially we put in a new high in Total 3. So right at this moment, Total 3 it looks like it's just forming a higher low, or that it formed a higher low. So that's my concern. Okay, well, be concerned. Hello, Crypto Boy. AVAX lowest price target, please. How about $50? You want a lowest price target, $50. How about that? Is this a buy the dip or wait for confirmation? I bought the dip. Did you see the job report and PPI data? I definitely saw the PPI data. Yeah. So job report from earlier this month was really bad. That would incentivize the Fed to cut rates. PPI data was really bad. That would incentivize the Fed to not cut rates. But then I look at the CME FedWatch tool and they give it a 95% chance that the Fed is going to cut rates. So if this was 2021 and we got a really hot PPI report or CPI report, like we did in November of 2021, that would be cause for alarm. But during, as we're exiting a period of quantitative tightening, then whatever. So I don't think that that's going to cause the Fed to hit the pause button on that. Look at others Bitcoin. I have others, the others chart. Others chart looks fine. I have others dominance. Others dominance looks fine. I don't have others priced in Bitcoin here. I guess I could pull that up, Others divided by Bitcoin. That looks really good. That looks fantastic, actually. So I thought QE, Mackie, I'm going to have to move on from your questions about quantitative easing. There's a lot of other factors. No, Mackie, I'm sorry. I need to move on. It's over until October. Will? What? HEEHEE pump incoming. Mackie, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to mute you for the rest of this live stream. You haven't been around in a while, so you're like getting caught up on stuff, and you're asking every other question is a Mackie question of stuff that I've already addressed multiple times. So sorry, man. Good to see you, but everyone sell everything right now. Umesh, thank you for the follow. Alex, we going more down. Oh man, Neo. So now Neo's here, which you're kind of new on my radar at least. Listen, I bought the dip. Okay, how we get entered into raffle? You literally, you buy 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE, and you're in. It shows everything's visible on the blockchain. Liquidity sweep at 124K. So I'm sure that's somebody's theory that we just swept liquidity, but like, I don't see a compelling argument for that, honestly, Matar. There's some people would go with, liquidity sweep and then we're over. So sure, you want to call it a liquidity sweep, but if you're then saying, therefore it's over, that's where I'm like, no, I don't agree with you on that. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. If you want to go by Wyckoff, I'm sure some people are calling that a UTAD and a distribution schematic, which I'm like, no, it's just we had a hot PPI report and the market is pricing that in now. Litecoin and Bonk. I bought the dip on Litecoin. So there's that. Litecoin looks perfectly fine. All these charts look fine. It's so funny. Yesterday I was on my live stream and every other question was like, hey, can this cryptocurrency 10x? Can this 10x? And I was like, guys, as soon as we have a red day, you're going to be asking questions indicating that just putting your fear on display. And here we are. I didn't expect it to be today that would happen, but here we are, Every day, I mean, it's the same thing over and over again. It's like my job I am finding is to be a voice of reason when the chat is overly excited, and to be a pick-me-up when the chat is overly fearful. And I knew this was going to happen today. I was actually looking forward so I could make fun of some of you, but now I'm just like, I'm just tired of it because like I don't want to absorb your anxiety. But here we are. Everyone crying on a red day. Are people getting nervous? I can tell if people are getting nervous. Yeah, Rismus cool off and slower climb back looks good on the chart. I was a little nervous. So here you want to talk about my nerves? Like I have a game plan in place for Rismus that I'm going to execute to perfection, I think. But then, Rismus got scorching hot this week, and I was like, oh man, this is too soon. So I'm thankful. I'm relieved to see that dip. OGs are used to 30 to 40% corrections in the bull market. Yep. Just be reassured these are people we're trading against. Sure, yeah. Bitcoin dominance below 60% is huge. Bitcoin dominance is down today. It's like, here's a huge difference between now and like earlier this year. On a day when Bitcoin dumped like it's doing today, altcoins got destroyed. They got hurt. They got hammered way worse than what Bitcoin did. But I'm seeing it in the chart. Bitcoin dominance is down today. This is a different environment than the environment we were in earlier this year. Dude, I closed along on Uni at $7 with 6,000 shares. I would have made so much. That's, I mean, first of all, I'm not surprised, Foregone, that that's what you did. Second of all, I have plenty of examples like that. That's just a part of trading. I had an arrow long that I was in, and I closed it at a loss, and then arrow shot off like crazy. It's like that happens. Not that I'm the best trader in the world, but that happens to everybody. That happens to the best traders in the world. Oh my goodness, BNB. BNB doesn't care about this dip. I mean, the Asian cryptos, BNB and Tron, whenever we have a day like today, I don't even bother with like, oh, should I cut some gains on this or cut some losses or whatever. I just let it ride because they just seem to do their own thing. Please share your Rismus plan. Well, it's a little too late, Irish Prince. I was buying like $100 to $200 worth of Rismus a day starting in May. And my plan was to just hold it until when? I don't know. Till November, probably. Not until December. I'll be entirely out of Rismus in December. But I think what's going to happen with Rismus is a very easy hold for like the next 50 days. And then we get to October, and the PVP is going to heat up a little bit, and it's going to be an incredible test of will. And then it's going to go vertical, and then it'll be over. Last year, Rismus peaked on November 28th. So, hello, can you explain your thoughts on to cancel the Coinbase One membership? Thanks for the information you give on your lives. I don't use Coinbase very much. I mean, that for one, there's that. I don't use it very much. And when I cash out of crypto, I'm transferring from those other exchanges or my wallets and stuff to Coinbase and to Robinhood. And that's how I cash out. And I don't think if I cash out of my USDC, I'm going to have to check this out. I convert it to USDC, then transfer to Coinbase. And I don't think, even without Coinbase One, I don't think that they charged me for converting Coinbase to dollars or converting USDC to dollars. So I realized that for me, it wasn't worth it. Not anymore, at least. Thoughts on Pinlink? Yeah, talk about Pinlink. Where do you see Rismus going above 50 million? I could see it going above 50 million, yeah. Yeah, 0.1 SOL of HEEHEE for the raffle, yes, Anthony. If I'm wrong about that, Matt, then I'm gonna reorder Coinbase One because, you know, so you want to talk about exit strategies. Here's something that I'm just doing in general. I cash out. I started about a month ago cashing out $250 every day, no matter what. And that's unfortunately, you know, do the math. I mean, that's about as much as my family needs because of tuition bills at school and inflation and all that. And maybe there's a little bit of an increase in my bank account, but I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, Pinlink looks good. I'm liking Pinlink right now. I might actually buy some because I've been monitoring this. It looks like accumulation's ready to be done with Pinlink. Let's see. What else is there? All right, so Amir says, I think we have a bigger dip coming I haven't bought yet. Maybe. You know, maybe you're right. I mean, if you think about what happened at the, I mean, just the thing that I would say that I disagree with, I guess, is just like certain cryptos, I'm seeing them at support for certain ones. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer to get into some entries on those cryptos. But I mean, if you think about like 2 days ago, we had a really good CPI report and a lot of excitement injected into the market. And then we have a really bad PPI report. And so now what? You know, that kind of caught me off guard. I didn't expect it to be that bad. So now are we going to price that into market and we're going to see that play itself out in the next few days? I wouldn't be surprised. But I like the levels I got in some of these cryptos. And, you know, there's this trader that I follow, and he made a video that really resonated with me. He was like, the biggest mistake that I see people make in trading, I'm quoting this guy, is that they try to find like the perfect entry. And so they miss out way too much. And so what he's preaching is just like, if you think that something is at a good price, it's at a good value, you buy it and then you don't worry. Now, of course, if you're a degen and you're doing those ridiculous leverage longs, you know, I'm sitting here, I do 1 and 2x leverage. Very occasionally will you see me do something. I have to have like the highest of convictions to do higher than that. Because you know, the way I learned my lesson was by losing money on that. But 1 and 2x longs, I'm like, am I going to be really all that hurt if the price goes down more? Do you see Rio doing okay? Give us low cap. HEEHEE Solnick Fat Cat. How about that? Thank you for the follow. So I like Rio at this moment. And I'm seeing this with a lot of cryptos. I like it right now. Now, where's Rio going? Is it going to hit a new all-time high? I don't know anything about its tokenomics. So that would be a fantastic move for Rio to hit a new all-time high. That would be a 10x. Thoughts on ETH in the near future? I think it's going to break its all-time high and go into price discovery. That's what I think. And honestly, I mean, it really could be any day now, even with today's dump. Do you think Solana will drop more? Solana. It's at 195. So do I think it will? It got down to what? Wow. All right. It got down to 187 today. Now, I mean, looking at the chart, it can dip a decent amount and still maintain bullish structure. But I'm a bull on Solana. Why tokens get delisted on CM? Would you sell if so? What's CM? It's not Coinbase. Coinbase Market. What? I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily sell if they get delisted on whatever CM is. Which coins did you buy on this dip? I bought Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Jasmy. I had some limit orders set that filled on ICP and Floki. No, I don't have any top micro and small cap tokens aside from HEEHEE, Solnick, and Fat Cat. So that's not the game I'm playing right now. For me, it's OGs, large market caps, and meme coins. Oh, coin market cap. Oh, so CMC is what I call it. Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't sell if it got delisted there. Render. Polygon prediction. I don't have one really. Oh man, what do we say about Render? I would hold off on Render. So it's either at a fantastic level of support, or it just had a false breakout the last couple of days. So I'd wait a little bit. Maybe it would get down to 372. I could see that happening. LCX prediction, $1. Thoughts on Ondo for the next few months? I'm a bull for the next few months on everything. Pretty much everything. So Ondo, new all-time high next few months. I could see that. Mumin and Murchie, thanks for the follow. I'm just looking for a better buyback in price than 195, 196. I could see it sweeping the lows. So 187, how about that? Why Bitcoin Cash? Just very curious. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin Cash, it's just a beast. It's so funny. I used to be a huge hater of Bitcoin Cash, but I mean, it's just in a clear uptrend. This is an easy trade since April 7th. If you buy the red on Bitcoin Cash and then sell at a new cycle, new peak, then that's been the formula for 4 months. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Chill Guy and Peanut at decent risk levels. I don't have any of those charts on TradingView. I'm just going to have to take your word on that. Is XLM going to wake up? XLM looks really good. Do you see the market pull back after the rate cut and then blast off in October? I could see Chill Guy being in play. What is Bitcoin 2.0? I have no idea what Bitcoin 2.0 is. Sounds like a scam to me. So if you asked me that question yesterday, I think I would have said yes. Do you see the market pull back after the rate cut and then blast off in October? I would have said yes to that yesterday. And then we got this PPI report today. And so if we had a more favorable PPI report, what I would have thought would have happened would be that we would just go straight up until September. And then the rate cut would serve as a sell the news event. And then after that, we'd see, depending on how high we went up. But now, I don't know, if the market is not going to pump, and I still think it can and will, honestly, I do think it will. But let's say it doesn't. If the market doesn't pump into that rate cut, then no, I don't think the market's going to pull back after the rate cut. Thoughts on Crow? Crow is a really good crypto to be holding right now. I think this purple line is the 200-week average. What is that? I think that's the 200-week. I'm surprised. I'm seeing some support. I'm seeing some support and resistance at that line. That's really interesting. So that looks like the level of support to have bought in. What is that? 14.8 cents. Now, I mean, given how thick that red candle is, I mean, now is probably a good entry on Crow. I think it's going over $1. Thank you, Petinar. Shiba expectations, they're a little bit muted right now. Because there's, in 2021, Shiba Inu was like this hot new meme coin, and there weren't nearly as many meme coins. And now there's multiple millions of meme coins. But I think it's going to go up. You heard of MLG? I have no idea what MLG is. Run for Chips, thanks for the follow. and the chart looks pretty bad. I mean, looks kind of dead for MLG. Do you like Pengu? I've talked about Pengu. It's my number one Robinhood meme coin. Price prediction for Jasmy, 11.5 cents. VeChain, already looked at it. It's at resistance. I wouldn't touch it right now. Pendle. I mean, Pendle's been one of the top performers since March. Had a very big explosive move recently. You know, looks like I think Pendle's going to go a little bit lower. 490. I'd be more interested in Pendle at 490. What's a good leverage trade to enter? I mean, I set a limit order on ICP at 563. It's at 561 right now. At the moment, I'm down on it. I'm not sweating it. So how about that? Is XRP good to buy now? I think XRP is a good buy now. I don't think it's going lower than where it went a couple weeks ago when it went to 273 or something like that. So, all right, Tau long term. I don't know. I'm skeptical. For me, it's guilty before proven innocent for crypto. A lot of people are calling Tau the Bitcoin of AI. We'll see. Will, are you being facetious? I'm not sure. All right, Radium. Radium looks great. It looks like after another one after months of distribution, of accumulation, it looks ready to go. Where do you think Link will go to? I have a $48 price target, but that might be wrong. It might be too low. What do you think of this kind of big correction? Ziomo, man. I'm sorry. I've been talking about that the entire live stream. Would $8 still be a good XRP exit? I think it's going to $8.92. Loop ring price prediction. I mean, loop ring's been really disappointing. It's gotten below bear market bottom levels consistently. So, I mean, I don't think anywhere near an all-time high for loop ring. Yeah, all-time highs like $4 and it's at 8 cents right now. No thanks. Dips are for buying. Yep. Thank you for the heart, K. FET, please. I already did look at FET earlier. Yeah, I think FET's at a good level for an entry right now. Any hope for dog to the moon? It's a meme coin, I'm assuming. I've never heard of it, so sure, yeah. Aptos, I don't see any signs of, you want to accumulate Aptos, sure, just be patient with it. You're welcome, E. I just came spry. Hi, Alex, how are you? I'm doing fine. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Ziomo. Okay. I got into this live stream. Obviously, people are going to be a little bit anxious with this dip. I've already said on several occasions, I bought like 5 different cryptos today. 2 of them were from limit orders that I had already set and they filled. And then the other 3 were just cryptos that I like fundamentally that I think are at good levels to buy right now. So so I talked about that. Yeah, I've already bought some. And I'll probably buy some more if the price goes lower. That's kind of my my mindset. Bro, you gonna slim? Are you dieting? I mean, I'm always trying to lose weight. I've been working out a lot more. I've had too many trips and stuff to really actually diet, but You know, school year starts next week, unfortunately. So no more trips and more consistency in the schedule. But whenever I get a haircut, people ask me if I lost weight. So many cryptos, how do you decide what to buy? For me, it's pretty simple. I limit it to OGs. As of right now, I'm not gambling all that much. I'm buying the ones that are much more stable. That's why, so for me, when I buy Bitcoin Cash, I don't worry about it. If I buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, I don't worry about it as much as if I bought like Arkham. That's the just name that popped up on my screen there. When Euphoria hopefully kicks off, you can hopefully just go live and say buy anything and everything will go up. Yeah, there's something called Everyone is a Genius season. And so you got to be careful during Everybody's a Genius season because everyone's going to look smart, because they're going to be able to get on here and say like, hey, I called this crypto at such and such time and look at how up I am. You should hit the follow because I'm a genius, you know? Not that I'm longing much more than I'm shorting, but listen, guys, in my Telegram calls channel last week, I called a short, and it was Illuvium. I should have stayed in that, I guess. I'm not in it anymore. Yesterday, I saw Arbitrum pump really hard, and I shorted it. So here's the difference between me and all those people during Everyone is a Genius season. Who do you know of all these people in the space? Who do you know who actually shorted a crypto yesterday? Yesterday, when we were invisible and everything was just going insane. That oh man, all of our cryptos are going to 10x. We're going to the moon. And here I shorted Arbitrum. I already closed that short. Brett outlook seeing great accumulation. I think Brett's going to do well. Yeah, and base cryptos are looking very good right now. What do you think of Pepe going forward? I think Pepe is going to be fine, especially it's on Robinhood. But Pengu's my number one Robinhood meme coin. But Pepe, I think is going to do great. Now, I'm sure it's been frustrating holding Pepe over these last couple months here, but I'm not worried about it at all. Target for Pengu. I could see, here's one that I will say 10x. Pengu. Best 5 coin. I literally could name 5 random coins. That's impossible for me to say. Right now, Ethereum has to be on that list. Ethereum will continue to outperform the rest of the market until after a new all-time high. Chainlink would be on that list. Pendle would be on that list, but that's for right in this moment, So what's up with Parsec? I haven't looked at that in a long time. Ugh. Oh, wait, that's a Poloniex chart. It's got to be, yeah. I have nothing to say about Parsec. I wouldn't touch that at all. It looks like a huge, this chart makes it look like a huge scam. Raymond, thank you for the follow. Looking to get some Epic and Jasmy. Yeah, Epic's been holding up very well. And I did get some Jasmy today. Where should I allocate my Ethereum gains once it hits 5 to 6K? I just go down the chain. I wouldn't be surprised if the ISOs started doing well after XRP or after Ethereum went to price discovery. I think that's really all that the ISOs are waiting for, is for Ethereum is center stage right now, and once that's done, then I think next after that would be XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algorand, XDC, things like that. Do you see a time it will be all influencers explode 10x? I wouldn't necessarily say influencer. I think that just Solana meme coins are going to have their day. Not right now. They're very much out of flavor. I mean, really, ever since the what's it called, the Libra coin, the Argentina coin, that turned people off to meme coins big time, and we still haven't really recovered all that much since then. But there will be a time for sure. Do you hold many meme coins? Yes, of course. Crow, good to buy now, or wait, good to buy now. All right, so Res, can you check Res? Chart looks good. This is a dip. I mean, just based on this chart, it looks like a dip worth buying. I don't know anything about it. It's on Coinbase. Okay. I shorted Link 3 times. Ooh, I don't think I'd be shorting Link, but you know, if that's you and you made money off of that, then you're worth listening to. And then we have everyone is a genius but me season. That's great. I sold some Arrow yesterday. Hey, if you sold anything yesterday, you're doing it right. You know, who sells on a day like, you know, you sell on days when you're like convinced, absolutely convinced that things are going to go way higher. That's how you do it. That was me in March of 2024. I was selling with tears in my eyes. I was selling. It hurt so much to sell because I didn't necessarily call that top, but I remember in March of 2024 being like, man, I'm losing so much in terms of opportunity cost. And then that ended up being the peak. Can Brett hit all-time high? Yeah, I think so. SHIB, I already mentioned SHIB. It's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to do anything extraordinary. Bonk's down 11% today. Bonk's probably a good one to get in on right now. I might buy some Bonk. And the reason it's not like, honestly, looking at this chart, Izzy, great minds think alike. You know, looking at the chart, I mean, just structurally, Bonk can certainly go down. But what I have in my head is, you know, their Bonk meme coin thing, which is eating up market share in comparison to Pumped Up Fun. So I have some hopes for Bonk that this would be a good entry. It's just there is some risk involved that I usually don't like to take. I'm currently at double what I paid for most of my coins. Should I sell some? Man, I wish you asked that question yesterday. You know? I mean, on a red day, you're asking me if you should sell some. I mean, it's always good to take profits. It's a case-by-case scenario, case-by-case basis. Is Crow at a buying range? Yes. Brett and Pepe moving together, it feels, and when Pepe moves, Brett will just be more drastic percentage-wise. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Tiny and Coach, thanks for the follow. Avalanche price prediction, I don't know, $100. Quant price prediction, how about $400? I'm pulling numbers out of my head that maybe those will hit. Any thoughts on LCX? Seems like it has massive upside, RWA plus exchange. LCX will explode out of nowhere. That's the thing I say about LCX. It kind of just does its own thing. I'm not in love with LCX, honestly. But, you know, do I hold some? Well, I don't hold any right now. Have I held in the past with the thoughts that, oh, yeah, this is going to go higher? Yeah, sure. Which are ETH betas you like? Link, Uniswap. The charts for both of those look good right now. Pendle. Not that Pendle's an ETH beta, but I do tend to think, I do notice that Pendle does well when ETH does well. Stone Grim and Josh, thanks for the follow. Do you think Algorand passes all-time highs? I have a $1.72 price target on Algorand, which I think I just underestimated the ISOs, all of the ISOs this cycle. I was more paying attention to their tokenomics. It could pass an all-time high, but I'm not holding until an all-time high. We still selling that 4,800 and then rebuying. 4,870 is the all-time high. I am closing whatever longs I have open. I'm closing all of them. I'll hold on to my spot, but I'm closing all of my longs around the time that Ethereum hits an all-time high. Where's your Telegram link? I mean, I can't really post it here. Oh, you know what? Follow me on X, WW Bitcoin. WW Bitcoin on X. I pinned the link to my Telegram channel. I sold over 2K yesterday. All right, there we go. Crow went from 8 cents to 16 in a month without anyone noticing. It's a sleeper. Crow does well when the market is hot. And it's a really good bet when the market's hot. Do you believe September will be bullish or October? September is historically not a bullish month, but then last year, 2024, was the best September ever. So don't fade LCX 700X incoming, not financial advice. That's what Amir says. T Diddy, thank you for the follow. I'm Great53, thanks for the follow. New account, Dollar Cosina. My main account got banned because there's somebody going after all the crypto influencers and reporting all their videos and demanding payment. And some people have actually paid him, which has only energized him, and now he's going after everyone. So thanks for that, guys. Thanks for whoever paid him. Thank you for that. Thank you. Because you paid him, my account got banned. Fame AI did 200% today. Thoughts? Sell. Take profits. Can Crow reach $1? Yes. T Diddy, I'm trying to go through every comment. I'm seeing your comment for the 3rd time now. Please don't spam. The best advice from you and I didn't round trip the 3rd time. Magic, I don't know what you're saying, but can you see TRWA? It's flying. All right, there's a reason for me to not want to buy TRWA if it's flying, honestly. All right, TRWA, yeah, and it's really new. No, thank you. I mean, if you're holding, if you haven't taken profits by now, you should have. I know nothing about this. I don't know if it's a meme coin. I'm assuming it's an RWA crypto. Illuvium price prediction. Illuvium's trash, man. It's a play to earn game with terrible tokenomics. Illuvium price, it's at $16.67. I shorted. I saw it pump. And yeah, LCX is a dishonest meme coin. That's a great comment. So I saw it pump the last few days, and I shorted it because of the tokenomics. Made some money on that. So where's this going to go? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot more supply in circulation now than at any other point in its existence. Could it get up to $50? Knock yourself out, man, you know? I got a lot of hate because I gave a low price target on Illuvium that even that target's not going to hit. And people were in the comment section of that video calling me all sorts of names. They're like, Illuvium's all-time high is $1,950. My price prediction was less than half of that, and people hated on me big time. I'd be shocked if this thing went to $100. Bro, Algorand can do a lot better by next year. It really could, yeah. Sonic prediction, please. I don't know, man. I wish they just kept their name, FTM. Or Phantom, excuse me. I was thinking something else. So now what? Did they change anything? Did they change their tokenomics? I can't look at any charts that show anything historic because they changed it. I'm just going to have to... I have to pass on that. What do you think about ADA? I think ADA's at a good entry right now. I think it's going to do very well. I mean, you're not getting a 10x on ADA. Could you get a 5x? Maybe. So, hello, Blue Dive. Can't seem to find your real account since your account vanished. You're here now. Welcome. How high do you think Crow will go? A little over $1. Are you buying Bitcoin or just alts? I'm not buying Bitcoin anymore. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Given where Bitcoin dominance is and the fact that it's in a clear downtrend, and when Bitcoin dominance moves down like this, the thing that I always say, you guys can take it to the bank. It takes the stairs up and the elevator down. Bitcoin dominance is taking the elevator down right now. I'm done. There was up until about like a month ago, I was buying some Bitcoin, but now I honestly think right now, finally, you can get more of a bang for your buck on altcoins. Do you like Pengu's entry point now? I did look at that already, and yes, I do. Low voltage, Dusty, thank you for the follow. Why is scale pumping the last 24 hours? I don't know. That's an insane pump, and I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. No, thank you. If I could short scale, no, I actually wouldn't do that. I mean, at some point, I'm gonna, if I'm able to, I'm gonna short this. I'm gonna short this so hard. But right now, it's gambling to short it. So, price prediction on Fetch AI. Sorry, I'm pretty down on old AI, on AI that existed in 2021. They're all up really big, still, and so that means that people are still heavily in profit. So. TARS AI, now that's a newer AI. I think there's lots of room for TARS to go higher. But it's just been grinding lately, so I don't know. Have you heard about Inspect? Yeah, layer 2 for BitTensor. Yes, I've heard about it. The chart was death for a while, and now it's actually at a good value. Check out Purple Bitcoin. Purple Bitcoin _official is telling me to check out Purple Bitcoin. Nah. But good luck. ALB. I don't see an ALB chart on TradingView. Yeah, I'm going to have to pass on that. Purple Bitcoin's going to blow up. Hello, Johnny. Hope your summer's gone well. I hope your summer's gone well. Advice on ETH-based coin to move my terrible ETH coin from. Should I just move it to ETH? I have no idea what you're asking, Sergeant. Chainlink, bullish. Okay, we're getting to the point now where I'm about to end this live stream. I'm sorry, guys, especially if I didn't get to your questions. I've been live for a little over an hour. I'm hungry. I don't eat breakfast. I do intermittent fasting. I want to have lunch. But nothing but love to all of you. I go live every day. Tomorrow, I will be live with Devin Yaboyski. Hit the follow on this channel. Follow me on XWW Bitcoin. You have to follow me on X, guys. There's things that I'll post there because it's so easy to post on X that you won't get those thoughts anywhere else, including my most recent thoughts on Ethereum, which you've got to follow. You've got to read that because it's going to save you a lot of anxiety and stress if and when what I'm expecting to happen plays itself out, which, just to recap, is a slight break of its all-time high and then a significant dump and then a V-shaped recovery that will take about a week to play itself out. So that's my expectation. All right, I'm done. My X account, WW Bitcoin. WW Bitcoin. I probably should have said that. WW Bitcoin. I follow you everywhere. Thank you, Asan. All right. Have a good one. I'll see you when I see you. See you later, YouTube.